So I've been getting a lot of questions. Haven't posted in a long time. Hold on. I'm sorry. So I'm back, man. Hopefully, yeah, this should be good. Um, haven't been getting a lot of content done. Just been really busy. Moved the studio from the storefront location into our basement here. So been a lot of work getting stuff down the stairs, and more of these machines had to come apart. Um, Still got a bunch of stuff to bring in to the other side. So just a lot of work. So hopefully, going forward, I can keep you guys kind of updated as we go with that. We got a little small lounge area in the back here, um, like a little barber lounge. Um, so I plan on putting some more content together. Um, over these next few months this year. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of people I want to work with and collaborate with. Um, of course, the main. I think the main difficulty that I have with like content creation is like scheduling and just having somebody else either to film or this and that. And so now it's just like one of my cameras doesn't seem to want to like hold enough stuff. Um, and that's the one that supposedly really works really well. So I'm just gonna use this setup for now, and do what I gotta do because I've had too many excuses as far as why I can't get this stuff done, um, and I just been all over the place. And so this is the main thing that I want to focus on going forward this year is really making a larger internet imprint here on YouTube, and as far as with website stuff and all that other stuff combined. Um, so with that being said, this first video here, I just wanted to talk briefly about some of the questions um, that I got this week. I get a lot of questions every single week from people. I encourage people to hit me up and ask me questions. Just give me, a reasonable amount of time to respond to your questions. And then what I want to do now is give my response to some of the questions that I have gotten from different people, people that I know personally via text message or phone calls. I get questions concerning nutrition, working out, strength training, and all of that stuff. Um, so whether it be from Instagram or Facebook, um, or just day to day contact with people at the gym, that type of stuff. So this is one of the questions I got from. I'm not. Maybe I'll read the names in the future, but right now, I will just read the question. Um, so this is from a guy. Uh, okay, it looks like he's about in his 30s. Um, he wants to, he okay. His question is: do you think? Okay, his question is: is it important to have a workout or training partner when you are either getting started with working out or have not worked out in a long time and are getting started again? Do you think that do you think that you can achieve the same gains training alone? I think that says gains training alone as with a training partner? That's a good question. That's a good question. So, my thoughts on that. Okay. Is it important? Okay, so he said, is it important or is it necessary? So I'll just answer like this. Um, I think that it would be ideal to have a group of training partners or a gym or a facility where you can go at a certain time, where there are other people there, training at the same time. Especially if you are a heavy weightlifter. I'm assuming this is what he's referring to. Most of these questions I get about weightlifting are about that. So that would be ideal, because you have other people there, to spot you, other people there who are moving around, and keeping busy. And so that just kind of keeps you, going. I know myself personally, I don't have a training partner, but I do go outside of my training studio to train. I do usually go to another gym. I have a few other gym memberships. Because as you can see, when I don't have a client in here with me, or one of my other guys doesn't have a client in here, it's just me, and it is quiet. Of course, I turn the music on, but I don't have my headphones on. It's usually on the speaker, and so it's usually, you know, uh, it's kind of flat. And then I've been here all day, so it's just difficult to kind of get going. Versus when I walk into somebody else's gym, because another thing I have a problem with here is cleaning up and all that type of stuff. I'll start doing stuff. So going to another gym, as soon as I walk in there, I'm ready to go, because what other reason did I come there for? You know what I'm saying? I still do train alone most of the time, because of my schedule. So brings me to that. Is it necessary? No, it's not, because it's just not. It's not even realistic that you're gonna have some other grown person with other obligations and adult responsibilities that's gonna have the same availability in their schedule multiple times a week, and then for the same duration. You know what I'm saying? For the same amount of time. Because you can always link up with somebody and then hey, I gotta go, or woo. So, hinging your gains or progress and strength gains to another person or another two people is you just setting yourself up for failure. As I said, it would be ideal or even nice to have someone that you can hit up here and there, a few weeks apart, and say, hey, you training this week? What days you training? I want to link up with you to do legs. Let's train legs together this week. That being this person that you are friends with, or maybe it's somebody at the gym that you see a lot at the same time, and you can kind of see what they training today. And if they just say they doing back today, and you ask, hey, what you doing Wednesday? And they say, whatever. Hey, I wanted to train legs with you, or part of, my leg training, because that brings me to my third point, which is that nobody's training is going to be the same. No one's training program should or is going to be the same. So all the accessory work that you do and all the warm-up stuff that you do is not going to be the same as another person, which ultimately gets you the true strength gains that I'll get to in another video, as far as doing the accessory work, and all of the things needed to actually get stronger. So if I do have a person that I can say, hey, let's squat together on Thursday, um, that just means my squat inside of the rack, um, which means what time? Around 7 o'clock. Cool. So that means I'm at the gym before that doing, my hamstring curls. Again, I get to a lot of stuff in another video, but whatever is leading up to me actually squatting inside of that rack with my buddy or, people, um, it's not going to have much to do with them. We may do 3 or 4 movements together, but hinging an entire training session on another person showing up at a certain time, it's just not. You're just setting yourself up for failure, because even if you can keep that up, at some point you just know it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So no. And it's always becomes this competition thing, especially with dudes, where it's like, how many reps did you do? How many sets we doing? It don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we is squatting together, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that for a reference. If we are squatting together, if I'm doing back squats for 5 sets of 5 at a certain weight, just say I'm work my way up to 400 pounds, and I'm gonna do 5 sets of 5 at 400 pounds. And so, like, I'm gonna do, a bunch of sets before that with lighter weight, working my way up. And so every time you coming out the rack, you got your partner at how many did you do, or how many you doing, bro. That don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter how much weight you got on there. Let me put the same on there. If we don't train together every single day, every single month, every single week, we ain't going to have the same strength output. So getting us to the programmable set, the method is not going to be the same. And therefore, you're going to be fucking up your workout. You're going to be sacrificing a couple of sets or some reps, because now you loading too much weight on trying to keep up with somebody else. And that just ain't how shit go. Unless both of you guys are elite where you at in training, and you, like I said, you want to get together on this certain day to really push each other, that shit is great. That's awesome. Me, I got a couple guys I do that with, man, maybe once every other year. Like, we get a chance to do that shit. We talk about it a lot, but it rarely happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you really get those gains, because now you've done the work on your own all of this time, and now you're able to get with your buddy and see what y'all doing since y'all haven't seen each other. And so now you become even more accountable for whatever type of training that it is or you haven't been doing in that time. And so, in short, no. I think just focusing on, going through your programming, figuring out what type of programming you'll need, which is another thing I'll get to in another video. We'll keep all of this stuff simple for you. Not really going to get real methodical as far as like the explanation and breakdown of some of this stuff, but I will go over it so that you can see how normal weightlifting relates to powerlifting and strength gains, and what that does for you, and the nutrition value of that, and how that can better your life. So I think that, me personally, I would say no. Again, I given my answer a few times. I can't put it no other way. Just do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think the main thing with training is just trying to beat yourself and trying to get better each time. And that don't mean like just always putting on more weight or any of that. Sometimes just being more consistent, doing a couple of more reps, doing a few more reps the correct way, with this and that, and really just figuring out the research side of things and what it is that you need to do. And so I'm gonna leave that at that. I think I've talked long enough. I'll see you guys later. Go lift some shit. Be great.